Hi everyone, today we are doing week 3, day 4. We are reading Nightfall on the Somme, chapter 4, and we are doing some poetry writing. I have seen some amazing work coming in today and yesterday based on all the work that you have done. Some really heartfelt letters, diary entries, so keep it going. We're reading every single piece of work. So the to-do for this task is to read through chapter 4. Remember to read the text really carefully because you have questions to answer at the end. So take your time reading through, maybe make some notes as you're reading through to kind of get the sense of what's going on in the chapter, because after you do this reading task you have 2 comprehensions and a chapter sequencing activity to do with the text. So really get to grips with that. See if there's any words you don't understand, look in the dictionary, maybe use the words to make sentences so that you really get to grips with the vocabulary that is in the text. Look forward to seeing your work. So pause the video here, and before you move on to the next bit, make sure you read the text carefully. So for the next task, you need to answer some multiple choice questions. Like I said yesterday, these results come directly to our Purple Mash account so I can see how well you have read the text. So take your time reading through, check that you understand all of the story, the character, and all of the facts and the way that the character has been described in the story. So pause here and then we will move on to the next task. Okay, hope you did well with your multiple choice questions. And the next task is to do chapter 4 sequencing activity. That is a PDF document, so you need to write down the answers in your workbooks. We would like to see the work that has been put in your workbook, so please ensure that you are emailing us a picture so that we can check that you're doing all of the work that has been set. If you have any problems, remember you can email us on year6@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Your next task is a writing task. So the first part is to complete a comprehension, which is a longer question, open-ended question comprehension. Again, we would love to see these. We haven't seen many of these. There's a few that have come in which have been fantastic, very detailed, have used evidence from the text, all of the things we've asked for, but we need to see more. So please make sure that you are taking pictures and sending them through to us. Either that, or you could actually write the answers within your email and send us the emailed answers. That works well as well. Okay, so please make sure that you are doing that. I'm going to pause the video here and give you a chance to go and find the PDF to do and to actually do the task. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that comprehension and you did your absolute best. So now you're going to be doing a poem about life in the trenches, and especially about what sounds the soldiers will hear when they are in the trenches. So think about the kinds of noises you hear if you're in a war-torn country. Would you hear the sound of birds tweeting? Would you hear the sounds of car engines driving? Or would you actually hear the sound of bombs, guns, sounds of soldiers shouting, all of those things? Try and see if you can kind of put it all together to create a really effective poem. A lot of you have done really well in getting into the character of Neville, which I really enjoyed reading. So see if you can do that with the poem. Think about the noises that he might be hearing, and the sounds of war, basically. So think about all of those things. You might want to have a look online for some examples of poems that contain words, like onomatopoeic words to do with war. So have a think, see if you can find some poems as well. Okay, so to help you out, you might want to make a list of the sounds the soldiers could hear. You might want to research on the internet and watch videos to give you ideas. Try and describe the sounds when you're writing your poetry. So maybe you're going to start off with writing a paragraph, and then you might want to break it down into sentences to make it have a bit more of a rhythm. Remember, your poem does not have to rhyme, so please don't worry about that. Make sure you kind of involve your reader in this poem, take them on a journey, make them feel like they are a soldier in the trenches, and maybe read your poem out loud to someone to see how effective it really is. And as always, make sure you hand in all your work on Purple Mash so that we can give you feedback. Leave a comment in the box to let us know how you got on. Email us on year6@grange.harrow.sch.uk if you need any help at all. We love receiving your emails, and do your best and stay focused on your learning.